Wall right here.
Hi everybody, my name is Margaret Orr and I am at Homer Plessy School and I have met some incredible students. So tell me, who are you?
My name is Lilou, or Liliana, and I have been at Plessy almost my whole life. I really like the community, is probably why I've stayed, and yeah, I just really like it.
So what grade are you in?
I'm in 8th.
You're in 8th grade. Oh my
Graduating
goodness.
this year, yeah.
So you have been moving right along. What do you love about Homer Plessy?
I really, I mean, people consider public schools to be not have that great of an education, and the community is kind of iffy. But I really think that Plessy proves to those people who think that wrong, because our education is really spectacular, I think. And as you can see, the whole community gets together and everyone's really positive.
Don't you find that when you have a diverse group of people that life is better? Okay, so what is your name?
Okay, my name is Daron. I really love Homer Plessy. I've been at Homer Plessy for 6 years, for a long time. I really do like playing violin.
You
Today,
play the violin?
Yeah.
They both
and,
Wow.
and I was on stage today too.
You were out there performing?
Not out there.
Oh, here?
Yeah,
On the
here.
inside?
On the inside stage, I was in there performing.
So do you think that playing the violin helps you with your education?
I say a maybe.
So you can read music, right?
It.
A little bit?
You're learning too.
So that's good. And you spend time practicing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of teaches you to focus. And do you want to be better because you play for other people?
Yeah, of course I would like to be better.
Okay, well there you go. So you work harder, and then do you study hard? Let me think about that for a second.
I don't study hard, but I do work at home sometimes.
Well, that's good. That's good. So what subject do you like the best?
Probably math, because it's like,
I really like math too.
Because it's like really, for some reason, it's really easy for me.
It's logical, isn't it?
Yeah, but stuff sometimes doesn't make sense at first, but when I get more into it, I'll get more sense.
Right. My grandson sometimes goes upstairs and just does math problems because it's fun. I think that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I think that when you are into math, you've got a greater future, because being in science programs, math programs, gives you the opportunity to have better jobs. And that can make the city better. I know after Katrina, think about it, a lot of young people went into the sciences, and some people went into coastal erosion and levees and cement even, to figure out what they could do to make sure that another Katrina never happened, that we never had another disaster like that. So what do you love about Homer Plessy?
Well, Homer Plessy, I really much love the education and how the field trips are. They do fun stuff like Plessy Fest. It's such a fun, amazing thing to do.
I know.
Like there's a whole YouTube channel about it. I really love it.
I did
Because of
too.
all of that.
Yeah. What did you think of Plessy Fest today?
I think that it was loud, but it was really fun.
Some parts of it were loud, but I got to walk with the band. Let me tell you, that was a blast.
So you were on the side?
No, I was not on the side. I was up front, right behind the banner.
Oh,
and
wow.
That was a blast. It was so much fun.
I feel like that like you heard them play everyone directly behind you.
Yes. And then I'd turn around and I'd see them jumping up and down, and I go, I don't have that kind of energy.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of passed me by, but, and they'd say, step high, and I'm going, I am. Yeah, it's harder to step high, but I got in a few steps today. That was really fun. So I am really delighted to meet y'all. I really am. I've been so impressed with the students I've met here.
Yeah, I think all of them are pretty amazing.
They are. Do you have lots of friends throughout the school?
Yeah, and what I love about Plessy Fest is that it's open to everyone. So, strangers could come and just hang out, but also old Plessy people who graduated. So I got to see a lot of my 9th grader friends, which is really cool.
Oh. So where are you going after you graduate?
I really hope that I get into NOCA for dance, and a really good academic school like Sci High or Ben Franklin.
That's wonderful. I know you will.
Thank you.
I know you will. Do you want to show any dance moves? No. I don't blame you. I don't want to put you on the spot. So, what does your future hold?
I don't really know my future hold, but in my future, I really, really, really want to be something like a lawyer, a doctor, or a fireman.
You know what? You can be anything you set your mind to be. You can do it. But it may not be easy. I know for me it was not easy. I had to work hard. I worked long hours. I had young children, and they would say, who's babysitting for us today? Because I was always having to study. So get that education now. Work hard to be who you want to be. But realize that it could change, and whatever you do, and that's great. I was chief meteorologist at WDSU.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now I'm retired and I'm writing books, and I'm having a blast.
Are you writing Some Things But Children's books?
So I just wrote a book called Scrim My Tale,
Right.
as told to Margaret Orr.
Yeah.
And I gave them to the 2nd grade students here, along with some other great people, Gulf Coast Bank, Brenda Breck, who else? Oh, this adorable guy, Jay Salk. Yeah.
I didn't read it too much.
Well, I only gave it to the 2nd, that was 80 books, so that's kind of expensive, you know what I mean? But I'm doing it I'm giving them to 2nd grade students around the city, and now we're kind of sold out, so I'm going to have to
that's good.
wait. I know, right?
Yeah.
So we are doing a 2nd printing, but the books aren't going to be available until December 29th. We kind of want them by December 20th because Christmas is coming.
Right, yeah.
And all of my money raised is going to go to the crew of Barca, so I'm not making any money, none at all. It's all going to animal rescue. And then I too bought books to give away.
Too?
Yes, like to take care of puppies. And then for children, I'm giving books.
Like the cancer children, charity.
Children at Children's Hospital are getting books, but so far, KIP, Renew, Homer Plessy, soon Langston Hughes and Fannie C. Williams, and then some other schools. And then we'll take a little break because I'm running out of books. And then we'll do it again next year. So, I want to give to every child who may not have a book. I want them to have a book and to see a book of hope and love and knowledge that you can find your way home, that you can find love. That's what my book is about. And then it also celebrates New Orleans.
Right, yeah.
And the snow, of course. We had to have the snow in there. Yeah.
Wait, he was out during the snow?
Yes. And you know what he did? He pretended to be a snowman so that people wouldn't see him because he was on the run, and he did snow dog angels. We know that for a fact. I'm just saying. And he went to a Saints tailgate, and you know what he went as? Drew Fleas. He put on sunglasses and had a t-shirt that said Drew Fleas. And on the Superdome, there was a Taylor Swift bracelet that said, Scrim was here. So it's a fun book. Talk to the 2nd grade class, you'll find out.
I remember seeing like around my neighborhood there's a lot of lost cats, but then I remember seeing Scrim, like a lost poster, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so, oh no, there's this lost dog, but I remember seeing it for such a long time, and I was like, oh, well, that dog must be long gone. But I mean, I'm glad they found them.
They found him, and you know how they found him?
Ow.
There was a cat trap filled with gourmet delights of cat food. And he went in to eat it, and he was trapped because they were trying to trap feral cats. And so that's how they caught him. Do you know why he jumped from that balcony? Do you know why?
No.
Well, let me tell you why. You know, it takes a reporter to ask the question. So I met Michelle Cheramy, who owns Zeus's Rescue.
Right, yeah.
And she had Scrim. And it was during a Barkus event. She had just rescued Scrim, and she said, "You want to meet him?" And I went, "Duh." So we walked over to her house, and she said, "You see that screen up there where it's broken?" And I went, "Yeah." That's where he went through. And then he jumped off, and I went, "Michelle, why did he jump?" And she said, "It was all because of that cat." It was the cat. So he was sound asleep, dreaming of treats, and along comes that sneaky furball, and he pounces on poor Scrim and swats his ears, and, you know, Scrim says, "I'm out of here." And that's what happened. It was all because of
Jump through the screen.
that cat. Yeah.
Now that you're retired from being a weather person, what's your new hobby you're enjoying right now?
Well, I'm writing books. And so I wrote Scrim My Tale, as told to Margaret Orr, and again, all of the royalties go to the crew of Barkus. I've got other books coming along. I think it's really, oh yeah, I've already written them. I think it's really important that children recognize the signs of severe weather. So I did a book on that because, you know, I've always said with a hurricane, at least you can see it coming. Well, with every weather phenomenon, you can see signs that it's coming. And so I want children to be aware because sometimes I find parents are unaware. And I want them to know so that they can take care of themselves. And then I wrote another one about a dragon.
I wrote about weather, a dog named Scrim, and a dragon.
Yes. Well, you know why? I never got to travel because I was always working. And so my daughter asked me last, right before Christmas, well, about near Thanksgiving, "You want to go to Scotland?" And I went, "Sure, why not?" You know, because I hadn't been anywhere, I didn't have any plans, and so we went to Scotland. And when we were there, by the way, it rains all the time, everything is green, unless you're up high, and then it's ice. And so we were in a place where Queen Victoria had walked. We were at a castle.
Cool.
I know it. And we're walking along, and I saw a log, and it was covered in algae. And it looked like a dragon. And so I went, okay, I'm going to write a book, Dragon in the Woods. And so I did, and it was set in Scotland, and I went, you know what? I'm not going to Scotland to promote this. And so I localized it, and it's, you know, more local. So those are two books. And I also did one, let's see, how does that one go? Leaping lizards and dragonflies, where do they go when it rains outside? So I did a little poem on that, which is kind of fun.
That's sweet. I don't writing
I
poems.
have to ask my mom to search that up later.
Okay, so I'll keep you posted. Yep. You want to ask one?
Yeah, I had a kind of like a deep question about your work.
Okay, be deep.
Okay. So I know that kind of meteorology is a little bit like dominated male, like male dominated.
Not anymore.
Right, but like, how did you feel when you were starting out?
That's a very good question. It was difficult. People didn't take me seriously.
Yeah.
They would criticize me a lot. And so, as a woman, I would tell you to persevere, to ignore the naysayers, to always be yourself.
Yes, that's
To-
very important.
Yes, to always strive to improve and be better than everyone else. I was on the air recently recently, a couple of years ago or so, for a tornado, and somebody came on a little after me and tried to mansplain me, and nobody understood what he said. You know, I make it so that people can understand what's going on. My whole purpose was to keep people safe, and I truly consider everybody in this area my family, my people, and I always wanted to keep them safe because I have children here and grandchildren here. My parents lived here. That was my whole purpose, and so I knew the area. I grew up here, and I think that's really important for people on TV. But yes, it was difficult. I do find now that there are more women in television, certainly as anchors, but there are more and more meteorologists. There are not that many female chief meteorologists. And so as one
of the first.
Yeah, I was always the first one there and the last one to leave.
Great, yeah.
You know, you always do more and be more as a woman. But if you do that, you'll find that, you know, I didn't do it to get ahead, but you will get ahead.
You did it to, like, you know, like, I'm
keep
here,
people
I'm
safe.
seen, and I'm helping people.
That's exactly right. And I know you will do the same thing in whatever you choose to do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Awesome. Could I get a picture with the three of
Great.
you? And then-
Y'all are wonderful.
Thank you.
So good. You asked great questions, and you did too. That was an important question.